Welcome back to the Berg Podcast. Thanks for joining me today. With me today is Dan.
Hey, everybody.
And Ford.
Hey, how's it going?
I almost did that backwards. Did you catch that? I almost was like, with me today is Ford and point at Dan. And I'm just trying to mess this up.
I felt like you were going for it, and then you pointed at me. I was like, hey,
yeah,
I'm here.
The Ford was there. Like it was on the tip of my tongue. And,
well, you keep us live because you kind of switch it back and forth, and so I'm like not sure if it's like the first call, second call, got to kind of get planned.
Well, it's mostly for our listeners. You know, I don't want them to think that all of these were recorded on the same day.
Yeah,
we just 365 of them, bang them out one day.
Hey, we're not Jocko. We can't be spending like 6 hours on a podcast.
I don't know if that math works. 365.
I don't think
in
it
one
does.
Day, 30 minutes.
It does. Yeah, it's a lot of minutes.
That's a lot of time. I don't think we could do that.
We couldn't do it in one day.
No,
and we haven't pulled any overnighters yet. So
yeah.
So doing a podcast
close.
in the middle of snow. We'll let you know how that goes.
Yeah,
we cut it close every now and again. You know, we test Aiden out, see if he can do the editing for us quick.
See
enough.
if he can push it. We give him to the last hour to upload it. Yeah, and then Megaphone kind of does its thing and doesn't post it anyways at times. So,
what are you gonna do?
Yeah, Jocko, he does some long ones, doesn't he?
Yeah, I said up to 5 hours.
I've never seen a 5 hours. That's for real? A 5-hour podcast?
That's what Dylan was saying.
Holy smokes.
That should be like one of those commercials on TV. If podcasts lasting longer than 3 hours, you should call like a doctor or something.
It's one of those like paid advertising things that they don't know what to do with a station overnight. So
like a telethon.
They play a Jocko 5-hour podcast.
Jocko's going to hear about this, and from my experience with you don't really want to piss off the Navy SEAls. Yeah, no. Brian was the one that was saying this. Just to be clear.
I'm a fan. Just to be clear, I'm a fan of most things, Jocko. I won't say all things, but most
not 5-hour podcast. Though.
Not 5-hour podcast. No, he occasionally does like a re-up on the podcast. Dude, we haven't done that yet. Maybe we'll explore that at some point. We've talked about like the original.
Best of or doing reruns.
Yeah. Occasionally throw one up from a while back, but he does that from time to time. So I don't listen to his podcast often, but every once in a while I'll go to turn it on. I'm got not a 5-hour drive, but a longish drive in front of me, and I've noticed he's got some. Yeah, this is a reissue of episode number 3762.
Right. I'm going to take us right off the rails right away. Here.
Oh, we're not already.
We're off, but we're going to go further.
I still got the prompt in my head. I'm ready to go.
You're ready. So we'll get it going in a little bit. So
right.
Erin and her mom have been on this back and forth thing. So Erin's got a dietary thing that she tries to adjust her eating, right? And her mom wants her to listen to this podcast, and Erin won't listen to it because she just doesn't want to, frankly. Yeah. And she's, at the beach with the girls, she's doing whatever she's doing. She doesn't want to listen to it. So she tried to listen to it, and she said the first 15 minutes were nothing but an advertisement for everything this guy sells. And he hasn't even told me anything that what she wanted me to listen to. And she said, so I'm just done. So I'm not listening to it.
Did she try and start with episode 1?
I think so.
Oh, really? And he was advertising on
He was
episode
advertising
1?
right out of the gate. But it made me think about it when he said what we've been talking about lately.
See, a lot of times these guys don't have sponsors for a long time, right? So if you
until they get famous.
Yeah, or they have more than, I don't know, who knows, 10,000 listeners or whatever the crazy number is. But if you get in early, there's no advertising, there's no sponsorships, or they get something goofy, right? So like I used to listen to a Starting Strength podcast, and they'd be like, and today's episode was sponsored by talcum powder.
All right. Well, no, this was him. He was just hustling his own things, like his own dietary supplements. That's all he was. And that's Erin's point. This is like, I'm going to listen to a 2-hour commercial.
This podcast is brought to you by Berg Construction. Thank you.
Sponsored by Berg Construction.
I feel like that's our jobs a lot of times. The jobs are sponsored by Berg Construction at times. We get on a completely different topic.
Let's not go there. Not today. Yeah, let's not go there.
Financing our clients' projects for 20 years.
What?
You want to get back on topic?
Hold on. Again. I'm almost there. Hold on. Does Erin do audiobooks?
Erin, if she's in the car by herself, is going to have dead silence because she's always with the girls.
Wow.
So I can't tolerate that. Okay. But I don't ride in the minivan, so we're all good.
So I actually like reading books. But I'm so bad at it. Like I don't make the time to read books. So I try and do like the phone screen or the iPad, and it's not the same, but it feels similar enough. And then for a little while I did try audiobooks, but I actually got Allie kind of like hooked on audiobooks, and she'll just like listen to them constantly. Like every time she's, I don't know, doing something around the house, she's got her headphones in, she's listening to a book. she goes through books like Ford used to, right? So you've kind of backed down a little bit, started having a family, devoting your time to your kids, young ones especially. But you used to go through a lot of books.
Yes. This year it's only 64 so far.
Oh my, never mind. He still goes through a lot of books.
Forget it. I was going to say Erin reads books like Ford's, but nobody reads books. Erin reads a lot of books. She does not listen to audiobooks much, but I
was trying to make Ford relatable.
It is down. It is down. You know, it's all relative, right?
It is relative.
It's relative.
I agree.
But no, I don't see, like when we grew up, what we had when we used to do bundles, which were like we would for like selling to like campgrounds. My parents would go to the library and you would get the books on tape, or at that point, books on tape. Kids don't even know what that is. It was usually Louis L'Amour's, like old school Westerns, and they'd actually like kind of made it a little bit more alive, I guess you would say.
Sure.
You know, different voices, the whole deal. So the other week I was going to go on an airplane. So I was like, I'm going to do an audiobook so that I don't have to. I got through 2 chapters. I just couldn't do it because I just couldn't like follow along in the same format. So I think it depends like what type of book you're doing. I have to learn that. Like, you know, if you're doing like an adventure book or something, you want to listen to it. But if you're just doing, it was actually like a workbook, and I needed to see the book in front of me.
Yeah, I tried to listen to a book that Ford wanted us to read a while back, and I had an audiobook. We were going on a trip somewhere. I thought the same thing. I'll put it on, and I listened to like 1 chapter, and I was like, this is worse than reading it. This guy is so dry that his book is more interesting than him reading his book. Erin, on the other hand, great book reader.
Sure.
Like, I think that she could actually have a job where she just reads books and, you know, post it somewhere. I'm not sure how you make money in any of this, but I'm told that people are really wealthy from just like playing with toys and video games and stuff. Oh, so I think you could apply the same thing. Because like right now it's really big that you're supposed to read to your kids. But let's be frank. Some people are terrible readers. Like, in other words, I am not a great reader. Like, I mean, I can read fine, but Erin reads and the like voices have feeling. It's like when you watch the cartoon movies now, and you know, Pixar and everything, and you have Chris Rock doing the voice. Okay. Right. Yeah. Like Erin is very animated. Yeah. She changes voices. If it's like a British lady, it's British. If it's a Southern person, it's Southern. She has accents, and I'll listen to the books. Now, when I read the book, I don't make it through like 3 pages of Dr. Seuss, and I'll just fall asleep. And the girls will hit me and they'll be like, "What? Wake up and read us the book." And I'm like,
you skip pages if they're falling asleep. You're like, "Oh, they're going. I'm just getting to the end here."
Oh, I can't.
Socks and Fox, Fox and Socks, the whole deal.
Yeah, you got to get to the longer ones. Bartholomew Cubbins, that book. They get it out and they just laugh because it's like 80 pages, bro. There's no way I'm making it through that.
Yeah.
I tried that already once with like the skip page thing. And unfortunately, we read this book too often. And so she was like, no, there was a missed page. I was like, that was the point. I was trying to get this thing
She knows.
done.
Yeah, she knows. You're not getting...
What's it? Oh, the places we'll go.
No, it was something else, but it was like too long. And I was like, we got to speed this up. Let's move it.
Yeah. Right.
He was trying to read her The 7 Habits of Healthy People. That was just a bedtime reading for Savannah. Just a quick thing. Only took Ford about 8 minutes. I don't know how he read it that fast, but 8 minutes maybe.
You just read the inside cover. You're good. That's how it works.
Oh, well, wait a minute. If we're just talking inside cover,
no.
If that's it, then I'm going to read 64 books.
I could do 64 Cliff Notes a year. I mean.
But there was actually a guy we knew growing up who literally he got paid to read the newspaper because back in those days there wasn't like the ability to pull it together.
He read it out loud or something.
No. He just would get like multiple newspaper. I don't know what he was looking for. I never understood. Like he worked for like an environmental company. And I guess he was looking for those articles because at that point there wasn't a way to Google it and pull it in. So he just literally, his job was to read through and identify and track articles.
All right. So like we are.
I think the original thing
we're going to do this podcast.
This is it.
I don't know what it's about, but it's happening, and we'll do another.
We'll do another one about the actual topic.
But don't lose your train of thought. No. I think Mara could give him a run for his money in book reading. Oh. I mean, she's young. I don't know if she could get him yet because the topics would be very different. But they could play a game too of like a recall. You know what I mean? Like Ford and Mara read a book, and then someone, I don't know who it is going to have to question him on the book, and they would know because Mara is like eerily like Ford. Erin's got a great memory also, and she just recalls everything. And we've talked about this. She'll hit me with a fact like, "Did you know?" And I don't know. Like I have a history degree. You know, like I went to college. I'm not sure why, but I did, and she'll hit me with stuff that I should probably know, and I have no idea. I'd be like, "Yeah, that sounds right." She'd be like, "That is correct." And every once in a while, I was like, "Is that right?" And no, I made that up. And I would have checking you. She's just checking me.
Call her on the history.
Yeah, because she might just make it up. I don't know.
Okay, all right.
What were you going to say?
Well, no, I was going to say I don't know how this works exactly, but my grandma, like, she takes old books that the copyrights have expired, and she re-edits them. I don't 100% understand it. She's done it a couple of times and like given us copies, and she sells them like on Amazon. It's like a real thing. And she has like a little like side gig. I mean, she's retired, but she's like a little side gig where she takes old books and cleans them up because apparently they were terrible messes, and then republishes them and sells edited versions of old books online or some. I mean, like they're paper copies.
All right.
I don't know,
I
but
mean,
that's
like,
what
so
but
many
I'm
things in
trying to
this
get.
story. I'm trying to like
I know. I'm trying to.
a grandmother who's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
using Amazon to sell stuff. I
Yeah,
like
well,
this.
Right?
Well, and Brian said my grandma, she's retired. Like, well, I would
All
hope
right,
so.
all right.
I mean,
I
that's,
felt like that. Yeah,
I don't
okay.
have any grandmas left.
This isn't
so
like
it's
she's not still working to pay the bills here.
That's
This
all
isn't
right.
like I was just trying to say she doesn't like
Yeah, I know.
edit
I
old
just-
books
Yeah.
just to make sure ends meet here. But yeah, this is like her side thing. To stay busy. She likes doing this. But I got there because like you're talking about Erin making money reading books, and this guy
Yeah.
making money
Yeah,
reading
she's-
the
we
newspaper.
gotta-
She's got to get into this gig where she just takes old books and
Yeah.
sells them.
I don't know how we
Again.
got on books, but
So,
did you know the girls did something that has never happened in my life? Well, first of all, if you just went to a library, you probably already taught me. 'cause
Never
I-
happened in your life.
Yeah, that was. I mean, I went to the library, but it's because you had library as a class in school.
Your
like-
girls still go to the library?
oh, constantly, especially in Ocean City.
That's actually really cool. So, because I had this conversation with a friend recently. Sorry, I'm like
No, you go ahead.
about like with the availability of literature online in places you can just buy it, access it very cheaply. Like, does the modern library have to change? Does it still have a place?
It's
And we-
actually really crowded. Like I was shocked. I mean, I'm at the beach and they took me to the library. I was not happy because I'm at the beach.
Should've been at
Why
the
should I be?
beach.
I wouldn't be at a library if I was at a library, right?
Is there a cafeteria here
Yeah,
anywhere?
yeah. There is a cafe in the Ocean City
All right,
Library. There,
okay.
it was not open.
Okay.
And they went to take things out, and the librarian said, "Well, I'm sorry, you can't take any things out. You've hit your maximum." And I was like, "What?" And Erin said, "Oh yeah, they must have too many things out. Girls, you can't get these books." And she was like, "Unless you'd like to open another card." And I was like, "Well," and we said, "Well, who can open a card?" They said, "Any of them." So I was like, "Well, all right, it's open cards for all." And they have like 90 things out. They're like reading. It's insane what they're.
The library's
Mara
going to
just-
run out of stuff.
Yeah, and Mara reads every book. Like our library, they had to start getting stuff from other places. She read everything she wanted to read.
Well, that is a cool thing. So Allie does something where you can use like the library app
Yeah,
to download audiobooks from a library that ours doesn't have digital copies. It like that. It gets deep, man. I mean,
yeah, the girls are into it. With
you've
the
got to
library.
rent digital copies of books from other libraries because your library doesn't have a digital copy available.
And here we'll
Yeah.
we'll come full circle to how much I wouldn't be at a library. Is I was at the library because it got cloudy and rainy and they didn't want to go to the beach.
Okay.
So we went to the pool, which is at the library. So I was in it's the same building, same complex.
all right.
And so we're just going to go to the library real quick. I was in board shorts,
Sure.
still wet because I didn't bring a towel,
Hmm.
in a library. I had a shirt on, but let's not go crazy. And I had
Is that
like,
required at the Ocean City
I
Library?
don't
It feels
know.
like,
I'm very unclear, but I
maybe
felt
when you're
like
at the beach, the rules are different.
I mean, how much less could I belong somewhere than, I mean, first just started the library and then you work backwards and I'm in wet board shorts and a t-shirt, after being in a pool.
All right. Well,
It was,
What one thing does not match the rest?
yeah,
Oh,
that old game. That would have been the kindergarten level. You could have spotted me right away.
but it's where your kids wanted to be,
Oh, they love the library.
which is right. So that's what
Yeah.
we do.
yeah,
As
they
parents,
go
you
to
do-
they go to the field and then they run and they work on their soccer stuff and then they walk across the street and go to the library and get lots of books and then read them. So
Yeah. for sure.
that's good parenting, but it wasn't my good parenting. So
Well,
got to credit Erin there.
all right. I mean, you vicariously get some credit for
yeah,
showing
I
up,
guess
right? You
I
have to.
didn't-
Like. I'm not suggesting that that's all it takes to be a good parent. But
No, but I didn't get in the way of the library, I guess.
yeah, you could have proactively prohibited.
That's, I did that to myself. I was the opposite of Ford.
You could have refused. We
Yeah.
will never go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ford, I think, just sat at the library and read every book. Like, did you read it in order that it occurred? Did you just go to like the old card catalog and just start right at the first number and just start reading, work your way
Nah,
through?
definitely did not do that. But it's very expensive now to buy the books. It's no joke. But
Yeah, buying books is expensive.
yeah,
Even
Well,
the
like-
whole audiobook thing is not cheap. I mean,
No. Well, they got it through, like I do most of them now, unfortunately, on the phone because of just time and
Sure.
access. And like you buy a new book and it's like 15 a pop and you're running through them 1 or 2 a week all of a sudden. And you're like,
Yeah.
all of a sudden the bill at the end of the month, you're like, wait, did I just spend that much on books in the last
Well,
month?
here's the shtick for me with the audiobooks, which is the irritating thing.
They don't let you keep them?
You keep them, but they're in your digital library. Like I can't
Ah.
let you borrow my book. So
Right.
we've done that before, right? Like you've read something, it was good, you passed it around, whatever.
Right.
I can't like hand you a book I read and say, "Hey, this was really good. You should listen to it sometime." So that is, but I bought it. I bought the
Right.
dang thing. So
Yeah.
If you would have bought the original one, you could
You
just
could've
yeah,
hand it
Yeah,
in,
if I
like-
would have bought the paper one and let Aaron record it for me, then I would have had the
Yeah.
digital and the paper copy.
Show us
Oh,
a
all right. We
copyright
could be
issue
onto
somewhere.
something here. A
I
little
feel
side
like-
business.
And she could probably sell the audio recordings on Amazon.
Yeah, on Amazon. Can we talk to your grandma
Yeah,
so we can figure out
yeah.
how to do that?
How to get
Because
the rights to
Aaron's a
that.
big fan of selling stuff on Facebook Marketplace. You got to watch.
That's probably a venue too. I mean, there
Yeah.
are people I'm sure who will pay for that.
Like, don't set your stuff down. She might sell it.
Yeah, and like maybe she could open up like an Only Books or something like
Ooh,
that,
maybe.
like a new
Yeah.
app.
Yeah, that's what Mara's going to the bookstore or something for her birthday. I don't know. Ford's going to react to that one. That was a little bit too much knowledge that he knew about it. See that he knew
Wait
about
a
it.
second.
Ah,
I was like, Only Books. Why does that? Oh, wait a second.
all right.
I think it would have a little less interaction than
the
other
original?
thing. Yeah.
I don't know.
The library system still
I-
works.
I feel like modern libraries, Audible, the app. I mean,
Well, you don't want to leave. That's the problem. Is that the last time I actually went to our library was we went to get our passport photos there, and I didn't even know they offered those services. Like, if anything, their advertising for themselves has not been up to par. I
Right.
know down in Cecil County, Maryland, they just built a new library, and was like, "Why are you
What is
doing
it? Yeah.
that?" Like, but I mean, this is a huge building. But I know people can get like free internet access there.
See, that's where I mean, and I guess like that's probably I have been fortunate enough for a long time that I have not had to go to the library for internet or computer access, right? So, and maybe that's part of it. For me, I'm kind of like they're advertising the wrong thing. Like the library's got cool stuff going on. Why are they just telling me they got Wi-Fi? Like I can go to McDonald's and get Wi-Fi.
Starbucks, take your choice.
Right? Yeah. But maybe that's it. Maybe
Yeah,
they
it is
just
neat to see though when you're there. Like the kids wander around. They do. The libraries are doing a fairly good job. Of it, just
You gotta get you in the door.
Yeah, we used to go a fair amount when my kids were younger. I mean, it was for books, but they also did like other cool kid stuff. Like
yeah.
they had like a Lego night.
Yeah, the
and
girls
they
did
had,
some
like-
play thing where they like 30 minutes they put it together and try and put on a play.
Yeah. For sure.
There was like
So that's 2
animals.
times I was at the library
Yeah.
this summer. That set a
By the
record.
time-
That's a personal best.
You
By the time
better
we're
leave
done, he
before
might
the
like 3 or
building
4.
burns.
Well, that's tough because your old neighborhood literally like you could have not gotten closer to a library. Like,
Yeah, my old
literally.
house. I could walk out of my backyard through the park right there, and that's where
the library.
Erin just loves libraries. Like I don't know what it is with her and the library. I mean, she loves to read, and then she handed that on to the girls. Most of them love to read.
Yeah.
Charlotte maybe not so much.
In college, I managed a little coffee shop that was in the library.
All right,
So I spent a lot.
you
of
were
time.
near
I
books.
spent a lot of time in the library.
That's
Mhm.
good. There
Yeah.
you go. That's.
You're getting paid to do it. All right, we already found this other solution here.
We have more opportunities to get paid
I'm
be.
still a little stuck on that. We've managed to cover what we did in this podcast, and I'm not sure what it's about other than libraries.
I'm gonna have a
but-
hard time telling Aiden what to call this one on.
But
the
you
We
line.
should just
Sneaky-
let him go and see what he comes up with a name for.
You sneaking OnlyFans into the library conversation is pretty impressive. Because
I don't know what you're talking about.
I know some
What is that?
libraries in New Jersey that are kind of, they would.
Yeah, they would qualify.
They were on Admiral Wilson Boulevard. I know where they are. There's never a car in the parking lot, always open.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
It does not sound like the same facility.
it is not. You want to steer very clear of it.
Yes.
All right. Before this goes
Any further?
any
awry.
further,
Yeah.
I
down
don't
the
remember
wrong
how
track.
you originally started us on the topic of books or libraries, but if I can sum up, Ford apparently reads 64 books in half a year and an off year.
Yes.
And he said 1 to 2 a week, correct? Isn't that what he said?
Well,
Yeah,
I'd probably boil out to that. I don't know.
yeah. And
Yeah.
did you? I don't know that you said that. But
He did.
yeah.
He said 1 or 2, and I think he said a week.
Well, it's
So-
got to be more.
He's
than,
getting out his phone.
more
He's
than
gonna do
that.
some
Like,
quick
even
math.
if we're 6 months, that's 20,
That's-
26 weeks.
That's 180 days. It's two.
Yeah, that math doesn't work.
I don't know. We got to figure it out. That's what, 52, 26 weeks. That would only be 54 books. You said 64.
You said 60. Yeah, so it's
So
more.
you're off. You're more than 2 a week.
2 books per week.
You're like a 2.5 book. That's outrageous.
2 and a fraction.
He gave us that book to read like 6 weeks ago. I know neither of us read it. I made it like 5 or 6 chapters in, and then I didn't lose interest.
Well, I bought the audio version, and I listen to it like when I'm mowing the lawn and things like that. So that's when I love audiobooks. Truthfully, when I'm doing other mindless activity.
Okay, now we've got a whole new topic. Brian mowing the lawn is a mindless activity. He's going to run over somebody while mowing the grass.
No. Come on now. I'm very
He's deep into his audiobook.
Very aware of what's happening around me. But
I might get Mara to read the book now that I think about it. This is just she's with me this week because of soccer. I could just get Mara to read the book that Ford had me read, and then she could give me a modern version of Cliff Notes. Just could you please tell me what this was? No. Be prepared for.
I listened to a bunch of it early on, and then I've been slowly working through it. It's going slower than it should have, probably. But
with that,
but the weather got drier. I didn't have to mow as often.
Right.
I mean,
and the guy has a podcast, so it makes it like, okay, I can just do it in snippets and get the same
a similar
information.
Effect, right? Yeah, similar effect.
You know what? I never until just now, as you both said that, I never even thought about it. That you guys are both into podcasts a lot to like listen. You listen to a fair amount of podcasts. I don't listen to a lot of podcasts. I'll listen to a couple, or if you tell me, and I usually do find real value in them.
Yeah.
But once I'm in the car and I don't have the girls with me, I'll just like put on some semblance of any variation of music I like to just like get my mind off of anything else and not think about work or what you have to do or schedule, and just get outside of that space in my head. But podcast is similar to like a book in a library. Like I would, there's some like probably underlying thing that's the reason why I'm not a huge fan of any of them.
Well, it's like
as I do a podcast.
I think it's why people love like Netflix, because like you can like binge, right?
Right.
For me at least, I might go and like this week I'll listen to like 30 episodes of a podcast or multiple podcasts. And then I just don't listen for another 2, 3, 4 weeks, whatever it is. So I do think in some ways it's why people like things like Netflix and podcasts, because you can sort of just binge episodes on a specific topic or a specific person and then kind of put it down and walk away from it.
I would say I would always have said like I don't do that, but I realize it's just that I realistically do not have the time, with where I am in life with the girls and with them down the shore over the summer. It wasn't much, but like you said, it was like 2 nights that I watched, like stayed up way later than I should have and made the next day worse for myself. But because you just, with Netflix, like it automatically, or I forget, it goes to the next thing. It goes to the next thing. And I was like, well, yeah, I might as well watch this. Go to the next thing. All of a sudden it was like, well, it's 2:00 in the morning. What is,
Yeah.
There's a TV show called Bosch that's on Amazon. Okay. It was books originally. I read the books first, but that's the same thing now. It's been 4 or 5 years since it came out. Now I'm starting to rewatch it again just because of that. But that's the thing. You get on the channel, you don't change the channel, you can and it just keeps playing and playing and playing. And all of a sudden, but the worst thing is with the way that they do that, and they've gotten you to want that information that way, is like a new series comes out. Mm-hmm. And I'll watch like 12 episodes in the first 3 days and it's over. And you're like,
you gotta wait until the next season.
At this point, like I don't watch anything that is like, not live television, we'll call it, but like, the show comes on at 9:00 on a Tuesday.
No, I can't do that.
It's like, I mean, put it on the DVR and then maybe when it's all there, then watch the whole thing quick through.
Same. And even if I do DVR something, I find I almost never go back to it. Yeah. Like sports is pretty much the only thing I watch on live television.
Well, because you have to, because otherwise you're going to find out about it somewhere else. I mean, that's like the last 2 weeks the golf have been in Europe. And so like my phone was already telling me who won before I got a chance to watch it, because it was like
over on a Saturday. And it just messes with me a little bit. I'm like, oh, I wonder who's going to win that. Like, yes, it's over.
Yeah. It's like, oh, I guess I missed that whole thing.
Yeah. The girls were watching one of the World Cup games, the first one, I think. And, I mean, they watched a bunch of them, but the first one, and they wanted to stay awake, and it was, because in New Zealand, it's on at the wrong time. And they just passed out. They couldn't make it. And we tried to wake Mara up because it was like nothing, and a penalty kick. Erin and I are now both up at like 1 a.m. watching a soccer game that we had no interest in.
No vested interest.
Because we just got hooked on it. Just like Netflix, you're just watching it.
Well, it's exciting.
And it's exciting. And now we watch a lot of soccer because of the girls. We watch them play soccer a lot, I should say. And we woke her up and we were like, it's a penalty kick. It's going to decide the game. So it wasn't even English. I don't know what she was talking about. And she went right back to sleep. I was like, this is unbelievable. She's going to get a full night's sleep. I'm not. I know what happened in the soccer game and I didn't care.
Right. Yeah.
I somehow got got hooked into
You got
this.
sucked in.
I did. I got
Didn't
sucked
matter.
into it. All right. So I
Yep.
think we've covered enough on that one.
was good.
Covered a whole lot of nothing at the same time.
Yep. So,
So visit your library there,
yep.
people.
Yeah. Support your local library and read more books in some format, whether it's audio or paper or on your screen.
This is an absolute long shot. But if anybody listening
Service announcement.
has somehow managed to read more books than Ford, please notify Brian or I. We'd like to tell him
Yeah.
that I don't think the person exists, but
No.
give it a shot.
No. Well, I'm yeah.
I think Mara might. I'm telling you, I'm going to check. Maybe I can use like the library system itself to quantify how many books she's taken out.
Yeah.
Now it's not as long as Ford's books, but Ford didn't say how long, so he put no quote on it.
Yeah, that's true.
Mara at her first practice today also said the coach said everything is a competition. They were talking about something and that was a
Are you
competition.
coaching?
No. No. I stay away from it. I wouldn't be friends with my kids if I was their coach. I'd be like their worst nightmare. But everything's a competition. So maybe we can make reading a competition. Ford versus Mara.
If you incentivize it, it can be a competition. So,
What if Ford incentivizes it?
yeah, that's a different conversation.
That's a different
Right.
conversation.
$1.
All
All right.
right.
It's
Mara
like-
will do it.
like
Mara doesn't need any incentive.
It's like the Book It Club. If you read more than 64 books, I'll buy you a personal pizza.
All right. See,
I'll buy you a book.
This happens that you say things and then it triggers something else. Mara today has to pick out her summer reading prize.
Okay.
She closed out all of the required reading. I think it was 24 hours of reading, and she did it in like 3 weeks.
Okay.
And she wasn't reading constantly. She just reads,
Yeah.
come on, constantly. And so she has to pick out her prize. And I was like, oh, what's the prize? And they said, a book. I was like, I would have never fallen for this when I was in school. You're not going to trick me into reading to get a book.
In school, they motivated you with food. That was smart, right?
Yeah.
You get the Pizza Hut personal
Yeah.
pan pizza when you were a kid.
Yeah, I still didn't read.
I got it every month or whatever it was. Look at me. I'm a heavy guy who loves pizza. So
They got me one
they
time
had me early.
that I got straight A's. I think it was in like 5th grade. Because if you got, every time you got straight A's, you got tickets to a sporting event in Philly.
Oh, well, there you go.
So they enticed me. I
that
did.
would do it, right?
I did well that year.
All
and went
about
to a
finding
few-
the appropriate motivation for the person.
Yeah.
You didn't know it only costs like $6 to go to a Phillies game.
I
but
did. That was when they were still giving away in the Phillies Franks. You could buy the Phillies hot dogs. And
You
got
bought a
tickets.
hot dog and got a ticket?
Yes.
Yeah.
Who knew? I should have thought about that.
Yeah. All right. That is enough
That's a
for
wrap.
today. That's a wrap. Gotta stop. Thanks for joining us, folks. We hope you come back even after listening to this one.